Have you ever paused to wonder how the smallest of gestures can speak louder than any grand declaration? Lao Tzu taught that true care is found in tiny, almost imperceptible actions, the ripples that build deep, enduring connections. Today, we'll explore 5 of those tiny actions, each rooted in Lao Tzu's wisdom, that let others feel not just loved, but deeply seen. Stay with me, because once you start practicing these, your relationships will transform in surprising ways. 1. Noticing the smallest change. Imagine you meet a friend after a few days' separation. They don't ask, "What's new?" Instead, they say softly, "You've grown your hair a bit." Or, "It seems your smile is a little quieter today." That moment of observation, when someone truly sees a subtle shift in your being, does more to convey care than any rote greeting. Lao Tzu said, "To lead people, walk behind them." In other words, true understanding comes from paying attention to those you care about, and standing ready to follow their unspoken needs. When you notice the minutiae, an extra crease in their brow, a new book peeking from their bag, you signal that you're attuned not to the world's noise, but to their inner landscape. My friend Sarah once greeted me with, "I remember you always carried that green notebook, today I see you switch to blue. Planning something new?" That single sentence opened a conversation about my writing project, one I'd been hesitant to share. Her noticing showed me she cared enough to see beyond my words. When people feel truly seen, their defenses soften. You create a space where they know you're watching their journey, not just skimming its highlights. 2. Offering presence without fixing. We all want others to solve our problems, but Lao Tzu taught that genuine compassion often means simply sitting with someone in their pain, not rushing to mend it. He wrote, "Respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment," suggesting that the greatest kindness is patient presence, not hasty solutions. Imagine someone confides their worries about a job, a family issue, or self-doubt. Instead of launching into advice, hold their gaze, let silence settle, and breathe with them. A gentle nod, a soft "I'm here," or simply resting your hand near theirs communicates solidarity. You're saying, "I may not have answers, but I won't leave you to face this alone." Last month, my colleague Mark shared his anxiety about a presentation. I resisted my impulse to coach him, and instead asked, "Would it help if we sat together quietly for a bit?" We spent 5 minutes in shared silence, and when he spoke again, his shoulders had dropped. He later told me that moment of calm gave him the strength he needed. People need to process emotions at their own pace. Presence honors their inner rhythm and builds trust far deeper than well-intentioned advice. 3. Remembering what matters most. A hallmark of heartfelt care is recalling the details others deem unimportant. Lao Tzu reminded us, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and in relationships, each remembered detail is a step toward profound intimacy. Whether it's the name of their childhood pet, the title of a book they mentioned once, or their preferred way to take coffee, bringing these details back into conversation shows that they matter in the quiet moments of your mind. My partner knows I always light a lavender candle when I'm stressed. Without fail, during my last busy week, she left a fresh lavender candle on my desk with a note, "For your calm hours." That tiny action didn't just smell lovely, it reminded me that she's carrying my well-being in her thoughts. Remembering small preferences demonstrates an ongoing mental investment. It speaks louder than grand promises because it happens naturally, day after day. 4. Practicing generous silence. In a world addicted to noise, Lao Tzu's invitation, "Silence is a source of great strength," holds profound relevance. Generous silence means allowing space for another to speak, think, or simply be, without interrupting or filling the void. When you listen without interjecting your own stories, you let the other person be fully heard. That generous silence says, "Your voice matters more than mine right now." It can be as simple as pausing 2 seconds longer, before responding or letting them finish a thought without jumping in. During a family dinner, my brother shared something heavy, his doubts about his career path. Instead of offering immediate reassurance, I leaned back, met his gaze, and waited. That pause gently encouraged him to explore his own feelings, leading to a conversation far richer than any quick fix I could have offered. People often feel unheard in everyday chatter. Offering silence is a radical gift, affirming their worth and deepening the bond between you. 5. Turning everyday routines into acts of care. Finally, Lao Tzu taught that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. In love and friendship, it's the simple, routine gestures, performed with intention, that carry the deepest meaning. Whether it's making your partner a morning cup of tea just the way they like, sending a midday meme that made you think of them, or leaving an encouraging note on their bathroom mirror, these tiny acts embed care into daily life. Over time, they accumulate into an emotional tapestry that weaves your hearts together. My roommate, Alex, noticed I've been running on empty lately. Without fanfare, each morning this week I found my favorite granola bar tucked beside my keys. No words, no fuss, just a small, steady reminder that someone had my back. Why it works: consistency in small kindnesses builds a sense of safety and belonging. It's the daily drip of care that fills the deepest vessels of the heart. Let's revisit the 5 tiny actions Lao Tzu reveals as the foundation of genuine care. Notice the smallest changes, see beyond the surface. Offer presence without fixing, sit in silence, share the load. Remember what matters most, hold their little details close. Practice generous silence, listen wholly before speaking. Infuse routines with care, make every gesture count. Each of these gestures is less about grand displays and more about a quiet, unwavering commitment to another's well-being. Which of these tiny actions will you practice today? Share your plan in the comments. Your choice could inspire someone else's day. If you found this insight meaningful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more wisdom to deepen your connections, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of heartfelt guidance. Thank you for watching. Remember, true care lives in the details, the quiet observations, the supportive silences, the everyday gestures that say, I see you, and you matter. Embrace Lao Tzu's teachings, and let your tiny acts ripple out to touch the hearts you love, now and always. Until next time.